Hey YouTube, it's Prep for Life and Son. Today we have something special for you. Tourit manufactures kind of your higher end soft side coolers. They sent over their 30 can asking for an honest, unbiased review of this thing. So far I'm pretty impressed, but you know what that means. 30 can Showdown.
Bum, bum, bum.
Let's do this. Now this is clearly the cheapest of all three of these, but you get what you pay for. If I look at the top, some of the stitching, it's not quite how it should be. I actually had to sift through some of these and find some that actually had, you know, a working shoulder pad, whereas Ozark Trail's coming in at 50. You're looking at about 130, right in that range. I'll put a link down below. Really good workmanship on this thing. Again, really nice thick pad up top. You get a nice well-groomed seal in here. Everything looks nice and clean. What I really like over the Ozark Trail is you have some side handles. You have some accessory molly webbing, really similar to what you're seeing on the Yeti. So, you know, a little bit more that you can do here. If you look along the back, you have some mesh pockets as well as some more of that molly webbing. So some of those aftermarket accessories are going to work here. And then finally over here, we have the Yeti Hopper Flip 18. This is the closest I could get to these two models. Where these are both advertised as a 30 can design, probably around 24 liters. I believe the Yeti's coming in about 21. What you're getting is overall design. I mean, everything's very clean. I think they might have a little bit more by way of like quality control possibly, but I don't know that it's going to perform any better than these. Overall, the design, I think the Yeti's the best looking of all of them, but are you really prepared to pay 3 times as much as the Tourit and like almost 10 times as much as the Ozark Trail? That's the big question. Yep, 150, 155, 140, 112, 112, 114, I'm sorry, and then 120. All right. Still got, you know, a solid chunk of ice. As you can see though, some things are turning to water. So it's gone down maybe even a little bit more than I expected. Let's take a look at the Yeti. That's got a nice big chunk left in there. I mean, that's really close to the top. Looks pretty solid. Obviously there is some water down there on the side if you look. Let's see how Tourit's doing. Okay, still quite a bit of ice. That's, yeah, same thing, really doing well. So, okay, that's the first time I've opened them up at all though. So let's give it another 24 hours and see how they do. As you can see, we just got hit with a little bit of rain, which I'm not too worried about. It hasn't been rainy the whole time. We've had some good weather in the high 80s and low to mid 90s. It's time to see what we've got here. We're hitting the 48-hour mark, and let's see what's going on here. All right, at 48 hours, I do see a little bit of ice left in there. Clearly though, I don't think that this tall design is working as well as like the little square design that they used to have. That is the Yeti. Still quite a bit of ice in there. I bet that is just ice cold. And looks like just as much ice. So that's hard to tell. The Yeti and the Tourit look neck and neck. And to compensate for those slight variations, we just did a straight 20-pound bag of ice in each one to make sure at least the amount going in was exactly the same. So this won't be purely scientific because they're going to perform with different volumes with that amount of ice, but what we can do is I've got a bowl set up over here with a measuring. I've zeroed that out with the bowl itself. We're going to find out exactly how much ice of that 20 pounds is left, and we're going to compare these. All right, guys. So the water's ice cold. I mean, you can see just how frosty that is. But we're looking at exactly 1 ounce. Let's do the Tourit. We are back at 0, although just in case we've got any water, I'm going to re-zero that. There's still a little bit more in there. We're going to need a bigger bowl. Re-zero this with the new bowl. £6 pounds, 9.2 ounces. Okay, and we're going to re-zero just in case. We're looking at 5 pounds, 9.2 ounces. That is exactly, down to the letter, 1 pound lighter. Wow. The reigning champ out of all three is Tourit. All right, so last test of the day, we are going to do a zipper test, make sure each of these is holding up. Okay, nothing. Yeah, clean. I don't see any issues at all. And again, that's just regular leakage from the rain. I don't see anything coming from the zipper. This is the one I'm worried about, obviously, because of quality and price. But even then, I'm not seeing any leakage, nothing coming out. Solid there. So I thought, given the way that this was designed, I thought it would do pretty well. I'm not surprised that it did well. I am, however, surprised that it was the clear winner by a head and shoulders. That really took me off guard because these are so expensive. This one actually surprised me that it did so poorly because our last Ozark Trail test, I'll put a link up above, it ran neck and neck with the Yeti. It had no problem. So clearly, I think that this tall design that they're doing is not working for them. This one's middle of the road in terms of price. Again, at the time of this video, you're looking at about 50 bucks here for the Ozark Trail. I think you're getting what you're paying for. If it's little weekend use here and there, you may be okay grabbing one of these. Just know that it may start failing you, it may start falling apart. This thing I'd put right in the same league as like your Arctics. I'm impressed. It has, like I said, the additional features, the pockets, the gear loops, the handles. I'm really, really happy with this one, genuinely. So I would say the value bang for the buck is going to be with this Tourit, absolutely. If you just want a cooler that looks amazing, right, and you want to feel good because you've got a Yeti and you've got the name, yeah, man, pay the 300 bucks for this one. Me, I'm going to pay half that or less than half and get the Tourit if it's my money, because I think it's going to last longer than Ozark Trail. I think it's going to perform as good or better than Yeti. I'm sold. So leave me your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think, guys. And as always, I'm going to continue to look out for good gear ideas for you. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up, give me a like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.